Good morning, everyone. I recently audited a Google Ads account, and interestingly, I was able to find few of the common mistakes, which I'm going to tell you, people make. So I'm going to share you insights as well in my recent Google Ads audit on what was the mistake the client was doing. Just for your information, the client had 4K, means $4,000 spending, and had zero leads. So I tried to discover what was the potential reasons, which caused a conversion. Zero conversions, which are very bad. So there are few things, few insights, which I took, and in case if I'm going to tell you, you will be very surprised to know, and you're going to see, oh, what happened. So I'm going to share with you on what happened exactly with this 4K monthly campaign. So the first thing was, in my opinion, I'm going to show you another account because I cannot show you due to the client's privacy, so you need to understand privacy as well. So I'm going to show you over here as well. So let's say I'm going to open another client. Okay, let's say I'm going to open this client. Okay, so I'm going to tell you over here that the first mistake over here, what was done being over here as well. So let's say I'm going to go over here. So, and I'm gonna go into the campaign settings. So there are few things which I think that the people do is they do not look on the account settings, and they over here as well makes mistakes. And the first mistake people do is they target on the Google search partner. So I highly recommend you as well to say to no to search partners. Okay, this is the first mistake the client has done. So I'm just sharing with you over here. After this as well, the second biggest mistake the client usually do is they either go with the manual CPC or maximize clicks. This is what they do is the manual CPC or maximize clicks. So I think that the manual CPC is the biggest no. Okay. Okay, for people asking, maximize clicks, yeah, maximize clicks is good for the start to get the data, but once you get the data, we need to immediately shift to maximize conversions and eventually to maximize conversion value or target impression share. These are, my opinion as well. So, we can run maximize clicks for a small period of time, but after this, we have to shift it. But manual CPC is a big no. So, the bidding strategy also needs to be over here as well. So another thing which I found, and this is another interesting thing that the people mistake is they do not work even on putting out conversion tracking. So conversion tracking is one of the biggest factor. You're wasting your money when you're not doing out. So this is another factor over here as well, that people do not do it, and that is lack of conversion tracking. They do not do conversion tracking. Your all data is weak. So a basic conversion data tracking is necessary. Second, it is anti-fraud click installation. Okay, for anti-fraud click there are various ways which people can do it. For our clients we use our own code through which people can detect IP behavior, and in case if we see any frequent IP detection, we usually get it blocked. So we need to understand this behavior as well. This needs to be sorted as well. So these are the five things which we did. And second thing is but is understand the time squares. Okay, what happens is that people do not focus on time squares, and they, which is why they do not know what hours, what areas, and what time our ad is working on. And this is how waste our money, and we is gonna do not know the peak timings, and this helps usually that we are spending more money when we are not getting sales, and less money on when we are getting sales. So ideally the ad squared helps us in putting out more money when we are getting more sales. So this data can only be obtained by doing ad scheduling. So you can see over here that the client didn't have done ad scheduling. So ad schedule or type schedule, whatever you call it, also as an important reason as well. Second thing is I recommend people is that ad assets, lack of ad assets. And you may be surprised on what ad assets are. So I'm going to show you. This is a simple ad. This is a not ordinary ad. It's nothing special. This is just an ad. But once if I add ad extensions over here, you can see over here, if I add ad extensions, location extension, advertiser rating. So you can see over here that my ad has turned into a very attractive ad with multiple assets, like I'm getting advertised with rating assets, call, location, deal. So this makes my ad interesting. So I think that this also needed to be added. The ad assets are actually, I'm not talking about account structure right now. I'm not talking about STAG, SKAG, nothing difficult. These are the basic things which people lack it. And then another thing is lack of a good landing page. Okay, we are spending money, but we do not have a lack of a good landing page, and this means that we are wasting money. So my opinion over here is that the landing page needed to be an extraordinary thing. And in case if we do not have any landing page, so I think that we are again losing the money over here as well. So I can show you over here as well that this is a kind of a landing page. Okay, these are the the few of the examples which we can use. I'm just going to show you over here as a landing page example. uh, I can see over here as well. I can show you. No, this is not the landing page. Okay, this is I usually have saved on my mobile laptop. So let me see if I can find a good one to show you guys. So landing page. So let's say I'm going to show you this one as well. So you can see over here, this is another landing page. So I'm just a simple a landing page which has form over here as well. I think that a timer needs done to be done over here. You can see over here, sorry, description about this, some videos lacks CTS, but this just giving you an example. So landing page needs to be good as well. So this is another common fault which I think that this was a part over here as well, guys. He spent 4K and he didn't knew these things. And then competitor analysis, so he didn't knew what your competitor is doing it. So if you ask me, we have been using SpyFu for our clients. So we me and my team use SpyFu, and with SpyFu we have different tools, and we can do the PPC research. We can write out the keywords of the competitors, and we can see around, and we can even see around on life insurance, what's life insurance has, what kind of a keywords they have, what kind of offers our competitors are running, and this can tell us where we are lacking. You can see their current ads, their landing pages, and then we can come up with our own strategy on how they are attracting or they are grabbing the market, and then we can come up with our own strategy. I'm not saying to copy, but I'm just saying to at least have an idea on what they are doing. After this, there are two things as well which I wanted to tell on that people do is, and what they do is they auto recommendations. Usually people have auto recommendations coming on, and this also causes an issue. So what you have to do is you have to keep an eye on your notification, and in case if any new suggestion over here as well, we just need to look around for that as well, and have to immediately approve or disapprove, so we do not have to rely on auto recommendation. So auto recommendation is a big mess, so we need to remove the auto recommendation. So that is also a big no, and this was the case over here with the client, that the client has an auto recommendation on. So this is another thing. Lastly, I think over here was that the location settings needed to be a change, a small change, and this can also cause an issue. So I'm just going to tell you over here as well that when we are doing a campaign setting for the location, which I'm going to do it right now in front of you guys, so you can see over here as well that whenever we are going to open the campaign, and on the campaign there is a location setting. So what you're going to do is select the location option, and in case if you are seeing over here that the presence or interest which Google recommends is actually not a good option. In my opinion, what happened with the presence or interest is the people outside of your area is also targeting uh, your ads and can see your ad. So the right way is to have a presence set. Okay, how we were able to discover this data? We were doing through the analytics, observing the behavior. When we saw that the other IPs from the other location which are not present in our location are coming on our website, it means that there is something wrong in our targeting, and that is how we discovered that the presence is important, needed to be changed. Now in case if you're not doing any analytics, not tracking any data, you are actually wasting all of your traffic and campaign. So just letting you know that through the data observation we found that we are getting the wrong traffic. Now also thing is that when we get the data, we all can also understand how our landing page is converting, how much time people are spending on our pages, which pages they are opening, and this can let us know that how they feel about our website. So data analyzation is very important for your Google Ads audit. So this is what we learned from the insights of our client, and I think that the majority of the client are doing similar mistake like these. So just giving you example of stop doing these mistakes when you are running a Google Ads account. But guys, in case if you need a professional audit of your Google Ads account, or in case if you want to hire me and my team for your Google Ads audit setup management, you can hire me and my team through the link in the description. I hope you like the key points which we discovered. By we means me and my team discovered. So in case if you need a second opinion on your Google Ads account, we look forward to working with you. You can hire us through the link in the description. Take care and bye bye. And lastly, thank you for watching.